A very refreshing morning to all. I am Arjun Kumar, class teacher of class 12th A1, standing here to teach you the subject mathematics. Students, in class 12th, mathematics has total 13 chapters which are divided into two parts. First part contains 6 chapters and second part contains 7 chapters. Our first chapter is relations and functions. So we are beginning from chapter 1, relations and functions. So what is relation? I am defining you what is relation. Relation. Suppose there are two sets, set A 1, 2, 3 and set B 4, 5. Then Cartesian product of these two sets will be Cartesian product. We have studied it in class 11. I am only redefining it. A cross B. What is A cross B? A cross B can be calculated as 1 4, 1 5, 2 4, 2 5, 3 4 and 3 5. Okay. So I am writing in the form of ordered pair. You know na very well ordered pair. What are ordered pair? 1 4, 1 5, 2 4, 2 5, 3 4 and 3 5. This is the Cartesian product of these two non-empty sets. Now I am taking a subset of this Cartesian product. Suppose 1 4 and 3 5. This is a subset of this Cartesian product, and this subset is called the relation. This subset is called relation from set A to set B. So what is the definition of relation? A relation is the subset, relation is the subset of Cartesian product of two non-empty sets. Sets should be non-empty. Relation is the subset of Cartesian product of two non-empty sets. Sets should be non-empty. Then a subset of their Cartesian product will be the relation, and it is denoted by a capital letter. Is it clear to everyone? This is the relation. If we have to express this relation in arrow diagram form, then we can represent it as set A, set B, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5. Now, element 1 is related to element 4 and element 3 is related to element 5. So, this is the relation in arrow diagram. Clear? 1 is related with 4 and 3 is related with 5. This is the definition of relation. You have studied about it in class 11th also. Okay? I am revising you only the definition of relation. Now, some types of relations. What are some types of relations? Some types of relations which are in your NCERT book. Number 1 is reflexive. Reflexive relation. What is a reflexive relation? A relation will say to be reflexive if for every value of A, B belongs to R, this should imply that A, A also belongs to R. If A comma B belongs to R, this should imply that A comma A belongs to R. For example, suppose there is a relation which contain 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3 and 1 comma 1. Here 2 comma 2 is also present in this relation. Now we will check for every ordered pair this condition is true or not true. 1 comma 2 belongs to R, then 1 comma 1. A comma B belongs to R, then A comma A should also belongs to R. If 1 comma 2 belongs to R, then 1 comma 1 should also present in the relation. If 1 comma 2 is in the relation, then 1 comma 1 should also be in the relation which is present in R. Now we are checking for the second order pair. 2 comma 3 belongs to R, then 2 comma 2 should also belongs to R, which is in the relation. For this element, this is also present itself, and for this element, this is itself also present. So this relation will be reflexive because this condition is valid for every ordered pair in this relation. Is it clear? This is the reflexive relation. Second one, symmetric relation. What is symmetric relation? Suppose if A comma B belongs to R, and this should imply that B comma A also belongs to R, then relation will be symmetric. I am again taking an example of a relation 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 1. For first order pair A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A comma B belongs to R, 1 comma 2 belongs to R, then 2 comma 1 should also belongs to R, which is present in the relation A comma B, B comma A. And for second order pair, if A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A also belongs to R. 1 comma 2 is present in the relation, then 2 comma 1 is also present. Condition is valid for this ordered pair. Now we are checking for this ordered pair. A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A should also belongs to R, which is present in the relation. So this relation will be symmetric relation. Is it clear to everyone? Now come to the third type of relation, transitive. Transitive relation. What is a transitive relation? A relation will be transitive if for every value of A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R. This should imply that A comma C also belongs to R, then relation will be transitive. If A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R, this should imply that A comma C belongs to R, then relation will be transitive relation. Now we are taking an example. Suppose there is a relation 1 2, 2 3, 1 3, A comma B belongs to R, B is 2. I am taking B as 2. A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R. This should imply that 1 comma 3 should also belongs to R, which is present in the relation. Okay? For these ordered pair, the condition is true. Now I am checking for next other ordered pairs. A comma B belongs to R, but B comma C does not belongs to R. Now one thing is noted that if A comma B belongs to R, but B comma C does not belongs to R, then we can't check this condition. If this condition is failed, then relation will not be transitive, and the relation will be transitive unless the relation is not false. जब तक ये कंडीशन फॉल्स नहीं है तब तक रिलेशन आपका ट्रांजिटिव रिलेशन होगा. ये नोट करने वाली बात है. If A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R, then we will check that A comma C belongs to R or not. If A comma C belongs to R, then the relation will be transitive. Otherwise, it will not be transitive. This is the first case. Second case, if A comma B belongs to R, but B comma C does not belongs to R, then we can't check A comma C belongs to R. We can't check. And if we can't check, then we cannot say that this condition is false. Okay? So, condition is not violated. So, the relation will also be transitive. If A comma B belongs to R, but B comma C does not belongs to R, then condition is not violated. So, R will be transitive. R will be transitive. R will be transitive in two cases. If A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R, this should imply that A comma C belongs to R. This is the first case, and second case will be if A comma B belongs to R, but B comma C does not belongs to R, then relation will also be transitive because this condition is not violated here. Is it clear? If any relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then it will say to be an equivalence relation. क्या कहलाएगा? इक्विवेलेंस रिलेशन कहलाएगा अगर रिफ्लेक्सिव, सिमेट्रिक और ट्रांजिटिव तीनों कंडीशन को सेटिस्फाई करता है, कोई रिलेशन फॉलो करता है. ठीक है, तो फॉर ऑल दीज थ्री टाइप्स द रिलेशन will be equivalence relation. Relation will be equivalence relation. Is it clear? If relation is reflexive relation, symmetric relation, transitive relation, then relation will be an equivalence relation. Is it clear? You may note it down or you can take a screenshot for this. Now we are starting exercise for this. So exercise 1.1, question number 1. Exercise 1.1, question number 1. We have already discussed these questions in class, but I am again explaining you these questions. So question number 1. First part, in this part a set is given which is 1, 2, 3 up to 14, and a relation is also given which is of the form x comma y such that 3x minus y equal to 0. This is the relation and R is in the set A. Now from the given relation 3x minus y equal to 0, this implies that y equal to 3x. So relation will be in roster form on putting x equals to 1 from this set. We will get the value of y as 3. 3 ones are 3. And for x equals to 2, 2 3 are 6. The value of y will be 6. For x equal to 3, y is 3 3s are 9, and for x equals to 4, y will be 4 3s are 12, and for x equals to 5, y will be 5 3s are 15, which does not belong to the given set. So 5 15 does not lie in the relation. Now relation is converted into roster form. Now we have to check that this relation is reflexive, symmetric or transitive or not. So we will check one by one. First, reflexive. For reflexivity, if 1, 3 belongs to R but 1, 1 does not belongs to R. What is the condition for reflexive relation? If A, B belongs to R, then A, A also belongs to R. But it is not present in the given relation. 1, G belongs to R, but 1, 1 does not belongs to R. So R is not reflexive. R is not reflexive, as 1 comma 3 belongs to R, but 1 comma 1 does not belong to R. 1 comma 1 does not belong to R. If condition is failed, then we have to give a pair of ordered pair for which the condition is false. If condition is true, then we will not give any example, and if condition is false, then we have to give an example. By an example, we have to show that the relation is reflexive. Relation. We are discussing about the relation. Okay? Relation will not be reflexive if A comma B belongs to R. This should imply that A comma A does not belong to R. Here 1 comma 3 belongs to R, but 1 comma 1 does not belong to R. Clear? Second, symmetric. For symmetricity, if 1 comma 3 belongs to R, then 3 comma 1 should also belong to R, but it is not present in the relation, so R is not reflexive. R is not reflexive, R is not symmetric. R is not symmetric as 1 comma 3 belongs to R, but 3 comma 1 does not belong to R. Okay? If A comma B belongs to R, but B comma does not belong to R, then relation will not be symmetric relation. Now for transitive. Transitive relation, if A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R, then A comma C should also belong to R. Suppose A is 1 and B is 3. Suppose A is 1 and B is 3, then A comma B and B comma C. A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R. Now we have to check that A comma C also belongs to R or not. A comma C, 1 comma 9. 1 comma 9 does not belong to R, so R is not transitive. R is not transitive as 1 comma 3 belongs to R and 3 comma 9 belongs to R. But 1 comma 9 does not belong to R. So R is not transitive. If condition is failed, then we have to give only one example for which condition is failed. And we have an example for which condition is failed. 1 comma 3 belongs to R, 3 comma 9 belongs to R, but 1 comma 9 does not belong to R. This should imply that R is not transitive. Clear? Now we are coming to the second example, second part. R is in the set of natural number and R is defined as x comma y such that y equals to x plus 5 and x is less than 4. So firstly we will convert it into roster form. What will be its roster form? We have to put the value of x as natural number which is less than 4. So the natural number starts from 1. So firstly we will take 1. Then 1 plus 5, 6. Value of y is 6. Now we are taking x equal to 2. Then 2 plus 5, 7. And for x equal to 3, y is 8. 3 plus 5, 8. This is the roster form. Now I am checking one by one. Firstly reflexive. 1 comma 6 belongs to R, but 1 comma 1 does not belong to R. So R is not reflexive. You have to write R is not reflexive as 1 comma 6 belongs to R, but 1 comma 1 does not belong to R. Same part, you can do it. For symmetric, 1 comma 6 belongs to R, but 6 comma 1 does not belong to R. So R is not symmetric. And for transitive, A comma B belongs to R, but B comma C does not belong to R. A comma C belongs to R, but B comma C does not belong to R. I have explained you two cases. For transitive, if A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R, then A comma C belongs to R, then relation will be transitive. And if A comma B belongs to R but B comma C does not belongs to R, then relation will also be transitive. As condition A comma C does not belongs to R is not validated here. Okay. So this relation will be transitive. Relation R in second part is neither reflexive nor symmetric, but it will be transitive. Clear? Now part third and fourth are same. You can do it easily. Come to the part fifth. You can take a screenshot for this also. Okay. Now come to the fifth part. There are 5 parts also in fifth part. In question number 1 there are 5 parts, and in fifth part there are also 5 parts. So we are starting from part 5th A. Relation is defined as x comma y such that x and y work at same place. X comma y work at same place. So first we will check the condition for reflexivity. If x comma y belongs to R, then x and y work at same place. This is true because it is given in the question. If x comma y belongs to R, then x and y work at same place. If x comma x belongs to R, then x and x work at same place. This is also true because x and x work at same place. It means I and me work at same place. This will be true. So R is reflexive. Symmetric. If x comma y belongs to R, then x and y work at same place. If y comma x belongs to R, then y and x work at same place. This is also true. If x and y work at same place, then y and x will work at same place. For an example, if Ravi and Raju work at same place, then Raju and Ravi will also work at same place. If this condition is true, then this condition is also true. So relation will be symmetric. Now come to the third type, transitive. If x comma y belongs to R, then x and y work at same place. If y comma z belongs to R, then y and z work at same place. If x comma y belongs to R, then x and y work at same place. If y comma z belongs to R, then y and z work at same place. From these two conditions, what we have? X and y work at same place and y and z work at same place. On combining these two conditions, we got x and z work at same place. This should imply that x and z work at same place. From above conditions, on combining these two conditions, we get x and z work at same place, and this is the condition for x comma z belongs to R. This is the condition for x comma z belongs to R. So R is transitive. The relation will be transitive. Here, this relation R is reflexive, symmetric, and also transitive. If in the question it is asked that check whether the relation is an equivalence relation or not, then we will say that the relation will be an equivalence relation. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, बेटा स्क्रीनशॉट ले सकते हैं इसका. Now we are coming to next question. Fifth question number 1, fifth part. In fifth part, second part, the relation is given by x comma y. Fifth, second part. Fifth, B. The relation is defined as x comma y such that x and y live in same locality. This question is same as the previous question which we have done. Same place, work at same place. X comma y such that x and y work at same place, and in this question it is given that x comma y, x and y live in same locality. In that question, work at same place, and in this question live in same locality. These are same questions, so you will do it in your homework. Now come to the C part. Relation R x comma y such that x is exactly 7 centimeter. X is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y. X is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y. So reflexive. First we will check the condition for reflexivity. If x comma y belongs to R, then x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y. If x comma x belongs to R, then x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than x. Is this condition true? No, this is not true. As if x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y, then x will not be exactly 7 centimeter taller than himself or herself, because anyone can't be 7 or at most 1 centimeter taller than itself or herself. If x is 7 centimeter taller than y, then x will not be 7 centimeter taller than himself or herself. X will be equals to himself or herself. So this condition is false. And this condition is false. First condition is true because it is given in the question, and second condition is false because one cannot be exactly 7 centimeter taller than himself or herself. So R is not reflexive. Clear? For symmetricity, if x comma y belongs to R, this should imply that x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y. If y comma x belongs to R, This should imply that y is exactly 7 centimeter taller than x. It is not true. This is false. Why this is false? Because if x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y, then y will not be exactly 7 centimeter taller than x. Y will be exactly 7 centimeter shorter than x, not taller. So this condition is false. So R is not symmetric. Come to the third condition, transitive. If x comma y belongs to R, then x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than y. And if y comma z belongs to R, this should imply that y is exactly 7 centimeter taller than z. And on combining these two equations, what we will get? X is 7 centimeter taller than y and y is 7 centimeter taller than z. Then x will be exactly 7 plus 7, 14 centimeter taller than z. But condition should be x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than z, which is not true. So R is not transitive. So if x comma z belongs to R, this should imply that x is exactly 7 centimeter taller than z, which is false. Why it is false? As x will be exactly 7 plus 7 equal to 14 centimeter taller than z. So R is not reflexive, not symmetric, and not transitive. So implies that R is not transitive. Clear? Now, two more parts are there. You can do it yourself. I also have explained these examples or these parts in your class. So, I am taking question number 2. Come to the question number 2. What is the question? Question is that relation R is in the set of real numbers and relation R is defined as R equals to A comma B such that A less than equals to B square. This is the relation, and R is in the set of real number where A comma B belongs to real number. Here we have to show that the function is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. So one by one we will check the condition. First, reflexive. If A comma B belongs to R, this is implies that A less than equals to B square. This is true because it is given in the question. And if A comma A belongs to R, this should imply that A less than equals to A square, which is not always true. This is true, but not always true. Where it is not always true? As if A equal to half and B equal to 1, then first condition will be valid. Half less than equals to 1 square, this is true. but half less than equals to half square, this is not true. So R is not reflexive. Implies that R is not reflexive. Here we have given an example because condition is false. If condition is false, then we have to give an example. If condition is true everywhere, then you are not required to give any example. Only you will write the conditions for the reflexivity, symmetricity and transitivity. But if condition is false, then we have to give at least one example. Now second condition, symmetric. If A comma B belongs to R, this should imply that A less than equals to B square. True, because it is given in the question. And if B comma A belongs to R, this implies that B less than equals to A square. This is also not always true. Why it is not always true? As if A equal to half and B equal to 1, then half is less than equals to half 1 square. This is true, but one less than equals to half square, not true. So R is not reflexive. Clear? Now come to the third condition, transitive. If A comma B belongs to R, this implies that A less than equals to B square. This is true. If B comma C belongs to R, this implies that B less than equals to C square. This is also true because we have taken B comma C belongs to R. So if A comma C belongs to R, this should imply that A less than equals to C square. This is not always true. Why it is not always true? We have to give an example. If A equal to B equal to C equal to, then A equals to 2, B equals to -1 and C equal to 1. First condition is valid, second condition is valid, but third condition is not valid. As 2 less than equals to -1 square, 1 minute, 2 less than equals to -2, we can take it -2. 2 less than equals to -2 square, true. -2 less than equals to 1 square, also true. But 2 less than equals to 1 square, not true. This implies that R is not transitive. Hence, R is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. Hence, proved. Okay, so we have done some questions from this exercise, and I am giving you 3 questions for your homework, question number 3rd, 4th and 5th. From question number 6 onwards, we will start in the next video. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.